today, do excuse the mess first of all. This is not only MsMadLemon's humble little lair, this is also the Sidbox headquarters, so we're working on more than one thing at once here. You know, working on the new Sidbox 5. Anyway, today, what this is about is these three pain in the frickin' butt systems on my pain in the butt frickin' monitor, the BVM D14H5E. If you remember the video which I did on the BVM and trying out all my systems worked on it except for these three: the ZX Spectrum 128K toaster rack, the PCEngine, and the BBC Micro. Now then, the issue is, I mean, every time I connect them, they just, well, whenever I do connect them to the BVM, it's just a blank screen. You can see something's trying to happen, but my guess was the sync signal. So, I ended up investigating the sync signal. I've got my heart set on that, that Sony BVM. So, you know, sticking resistors on the inputs of it and all that was a bit, you know, but messed around with the signal from the Spectrum and came up with, you know, resistor, and then it still didn't work because we thought the voltage is too high. But then I decided, okay, let's put a capacitor there. Now, after putting a capacitor there, I looked at the circuit later on and thought, okay, this is just a low-pass filter, and that actually made the Spectrum work. You know, so I was happy with it. Don't forget to check out PCBWay if you're looking for custom PCBWay circuit building. I checked out their PCBs and found them to be of excellent quality, and I'm indeed considering them for a future project sometime. And judging by just how surprisingly fast the goodie box with their PCBs got to me, I know they have a fast service. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this. I mean, that's working. This is good. I'm going to try this low-pass filter circuit with the BBC Micro and also the PCEngine. I've got a feeling the BBC Micro is got the same issue as the Spectrum. I've got a feeling, you know, it's just got a weird sync signal which that BVM just does not like. This, however, I'm wondering, I've got a feeling the same solution may not work for this. I'm not sure, but I just got this, I don't know. Maybe it will, who knows? I hope so. I really hope so. Because this seemed to have like a slightly different issue when I was trying it. You know, it behaved a little differently. That's why I'm basing it on that. So anyway, let's start with this and start with the sync signals and hopefully get something going. First of all, let's just have a look at the sync pulse of the BBC Micro Direct. Okay, so pin 17 tends to be ground, and pin 20 is the sync. Turn this on. Okay, so that's the signal there. So we have a juicy signal here. Though the BVM does not like this signal. You know, I connect it up and it just doesn't do anything. This is 0.5 volts per division. This is 1 volt per division. So it's 0.5 volts per division. So let's add this circuit, the circuit here, to low-pass filter, and see what difference there is. Just gonna solder that on. Get solder here. Done here is oscilloscope with 2 channels. One of them I've connected with the low pass, one of them without the low pass. I haven't connected the one with the low pass yet, so let's turn this on and... Okay, so that's the one without the low pass. That should be freaking triggering. Now let's connect the one with this going through the low pass. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. The bottom one here is the one without the low pass filter. It's the sync direct. Now this one here at the top is with the low pass filter. It seems to have refined the signal up a bit. Actually, it seems to have changed it quite a bit. Let's kind of like zoom in on what's going on here. There. Okay, if you look at that versus that, that's the refined one with the low pass filter. That's the one the BVM doesn't like. Because I've wired the BBC Micro up with all sorts of freaking wires and crap hanging off the SCART cable. So it's if this works, if I turn it on and it works, that means yay, we refined the signal successfully. So it's yes, it works, it works, it works. That wasn't coming up before. It was just like a blank screen, as you know. So we can make this permanent. And also, I want to see if this will work with the PCEngine. Because we've got the Spectrum working, fantastic. We've got the BBC Micro working, fantastic, yay. And now I think PCEngine. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is wire up this cable, like add the modification to the cable so that it just works. It should work on any other, monitor too. It's just this freaking BVM is a pain. I don't know why. I had a bit of an instinct that when I first tried the BBC Micro on the BVM, I just had this weird gut feeling that it's gonna do the same as the Spectrum. Maybe they're similar outputs, I guess. Maybe that's what I'm like picking up on. Let's solder up one of these. I'll close this off and everyone will be happy. I'm figuring that if you've got the entire system and you got quite a few systems that are not working, what you could do, I guess, is if this is the same issue you're having and this is successful for you also, then what you could actually do is create the main SCART cable, the one which goes into the BVM. You could actually just make this modification on that. And the rest of the systems will go through that. It doesn't matter which you've linked onto it. So let's do the same with the PCEngine now and get that pin 20. See if it makes a difference to this. Let's hope it does the same for this as well, because I really want this to work. Okay, let's put this in channel 1 and this one in channel 2. Connect both the probes grounds to the ground of the SCART of the system. One of the probes directly to the sync, which is coming from the PCEngine itself. Then the other one goes to the output, as in after the low pass filter. Okay, so let's connect this in here. Thing good about PCEngine, you can use a 9-volt Spectrum power supply as well as a megadrive supply. They're all like 3 of them are interchangeable. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's quite a hefty signal. Okay, so this again has this low pass filter has refined the signal. The bottom one is the direct signal from the PCEngine. The top one is after the low pass filter. The signal is just so much cleaner. So I think the BVM just had the issue with this one. Okay, so let's test this out now and see if it works. If it does, I hope, please work. Okay, again I connected that freaking mess to the SCART switcher or the SCART matrix. Trying not to move any freaking wires, just in case anything shorts. I'm like scared. Let's plug the power in. And moment of truth. Please work. Please work. Okay, turning on. Oh my god, it works! For freak's sake, it works. The screen's a bit misaligned, but hey, the thing freaking works at least. Oh my god. I can't believe that works. Okay, let's get this cable made. Okay, so exactly the same thing. My god, I can't believe it worked. I have my PCEngine on that beautiful BVM now. Ironing the kinks successfully out in my retro setup is just so freaking rewarding. It's like, you know, it's saying when it says it's bothering your OCD. That's exactly what it was doing for so much time, and now it's finally sorted. Need to get some low wattage resistors. These are too freaking big. My goodness, I can't stop smiling. I got it working. Okay, that's done. Just need some insulation. My goodness, after even getting a freaking sink stripper, which just didn't do anything, this simple low pass filter just did. I'm not sure. After all that trying, I'm not sure why though. Why is that BVM so picky? Either way, I found a freaking solution at least. Because there was a huge issue with PCEngine and this, as well as Spectrum, and I mean, I didn't know about BBC Micro, but I knew that people were having issues with Spectrum and this, and also, what was it? I'm not sure if it was Mega Drive 2 or something like this. But yeah, maybe try this with your monitor. This low pass filter, this thing here. You know, it seemed to work. Just like break your sync cable, desolder your sync cable, add a resistor, then add a 10 nanofarad going to ground, and then continue your sync signal from there. And that's what got all three of my systems to work. Must be something really specific to this this BVM. Anyway, let's go try it. I'm gonna play some PCEngine tonight. I would like to say a big thank you to all my patrons for all their support, especially to my top tier patrons: Electronscape, Axel Dominator, Rich Garboot, Cameltech, Stephen Leary, and Chris Sabalensky. Your support makes a huge difference and means a lot.